number 3, please, £15. Could I get 2 lucky dips with a £5 change, please, for tonight's Euro? Thank you very much, thank you. Scented candle. Just come home from work, well, an hour ago. Bloody Pong in the house. That little tomcat of mine, Bobby, the black and white one. In the past 10 days, there's been one mouse's dead body in contorted agony, dead, in pieces but intact. 2 mouse's heads. Where the bodies are, I don't know, but there's such a Pong. I've just looked under the settee, there's nothing there, but there's a Pong. They could be behind that wall unit where I keep all my t-shirts and undies and stuff. But I've not got the strength after work to have a look. So I'm going to light a scented candle. Cinnamon, that. It's a proper Yankee candle. Little ones for £1 each from that pound shop. Just got home from work, yes, and I won something in the raffle. Well, in fact, they've been very fair this year. Everyone's a winner. And mine was number 9. John Lennon always said the number 9 had significance in his life, but I won a 15-can pack of Guinness. I've had to leave 6 at work because I couldn't fit them all in my bag that I took to work. And a work colleague said, "Oh, Guinness." I said, "Yeah, it is a bit bland." Guinness and black. I said, "Yeah, Guinness and blackcurrant." Another fellow said, "Black velvet is cider and Guinness." I said, "Cider?" He said, "Oh yeah, cider and Guinness, lovely." I said, "Well, surely that's defeating the object of the cider flavour. If you like apples." There's a gizmo in there. This is draft Guinness. But only 4.1%. 4.1. I normally don't have anything under 5. So I've had the idea, and I've had a pint already, of topping it up with Corbyn's Special Reserve Port. 20%, which I got midweek because there's a special offer on at Aldi. Have you tried that? Instead of blackcurrant, put port in. It's quite tasty. Like I said, I just had a pint. And it's a post has just been. Something I've been bidding on eBay, did I mention? Because this old house dates from 1855, I've got a couple of pennies. And this was going cheap. The bidding, well, cheapish. The bidding stopped at £11 and I won it. Well, for the first time I've tried that Just Eat application, although it's on, oh yeah, everything seems to be here. It's on my laptop, not on my phone. I don't have a smartphone. Menu as well, yes, good. Just eat receipt, yes. So you pay by PayPal. Zam Spice. Open on Christmas Day. Pillow rice, yes. Only had 2 pints of my Irish cocktail. And I got an urge for a curry. Rather than, trailing around bloody Morrison's again. Something to eat, or that dodgy pizza place I normally go to. I fancied a curry. I felt like I've had a cold all week. I just feel a bit rough. I've been having dizzy spells as well. I think I'm dying. King prawn Rogan Josh, yes. Yeah, every time I've been to Zam's, I've never had bad guts the day after, so we shall see, won't we? How many prawns have we got? See, to me, king prawns should be huge, not little ones. We shall see. 3 chapatis. Most of the fair bit of the rice gone on the floor. You'll have to wait, pussycats, won't you, Blackie? Eh? You've left your breakfast, haven't you? I'll put some fresh food out in a minute. Little rats. So I'm going to enjoy a nice curry. Why not? It's nearly Christmas. Open on Christmas Day, wow. It's funny, isn't it, how a couple of drinks puts you in the mood for a curry. Yes, my tummy is a bit rough. Following yesterday's Guinness and Port Irish cocktail mixture and the curry. Still it were good. I've chewed 3 anodins. Just had a slight headache. I'll never drink again. Yeah, it's a rare colourised version, and it said stereo, 4-way stereo at the start. Although my old telly isn't up to that. Well, I phoned my mum an hour ago to tell her there was a brass band Christmas concert on Sky Arts at Peak Caverns, the Devil's Arse. They look bloody freezing, they're all clouds of steam coming off them. Yeah, my Irish cocktail. My mum says, oh, Ernie and his son, who lives in the same housing complex like Guinness. I said, well, they can have this. 12 cans left. I've got 6 at work. I couldn't carry them all in that little bag on Friday. So there we are, my Irish cocktail. Guinness with a topping of 1.5 inches of port on top of the pint glass. And it gives you a bad head and an urge for a curry. Never again. So that can be Ernie's Christmas present. Is my Chinese BSA sign still okay? Nice, isn't it? That'd make an ideal present, wouldn't it? I just got my mum a doorbell. Don't get me anything. And I said, well, I've already got something. What? Oh, you shouldn't have. And it's, I noticed the doorbell's missing, it's conked out. So for just 10 quid, one of them you can take anywhere with batteries, not a plug-in one. I don't trust them plugging anything. You know, just a little battery, only 12 volts in the doorbell. And 3 AA's in the little chime thing, but there's 35 chimes, so she can take it upstairs, you know. This is expecting knocks at the door. Right, Blackie. I just fed all the muggies. I was going to get my bike out, the weather's nice. I'll have a wishy-washy. My guts are still a bit rough with that curry. What I was going to do, go to Clitheroe, because all this panelling I did years ago ended here because the woodyard, what are they called? Brown's Timber in Blackburn, closed down. And can you see that nice blown vinyl, polystyrene effects? That looks sort of Victorian, so I did the entire room in it, and the bloody cats keep clawing it, and they still claw it. I keep having to touch it up. It's clawed back there as well. And I still have the panels, scraps of it, so I thought I could cheat. Yeah, I think I've got one that big. Make it in like a jigsaw, squares, and then join it, because that place, Waterloo Timber in Clitheroe, sells these middle bits, and they're called pine. No, they're not. They're called pine. They're called barrel mould pine beadings. That's it. So I thought of going over, get about 15 of the barrel moulds, about 10 of them. Finish this off panelled on the same scale as these little ones, maybe. You see. Just to finish it off, give me something to do. I said to my mummy, give me something to do instead of drinking port. Yes, good idea. Don't want you drinking too much, you'll end up with gout. So that's why I'm going to go over Clitheroe, see what time Waterloo Timber's open this week. To finish early, go over on my bike, see if they deliver. If not, they could wrap it up. They sell them as well, because I got some in summer. Wrap it up, get a taxi, say cart that home for me for 10 quid. And like I said, it's not really a huge job. Oh, I just part, it's cutting all the little bloody mitre, 45 degrees. I've got a mitre chopper, but it's a manual one, not an electric one. But yeah, it'd be nice to finish it off. So that's what I'm going to do. Clitheroe. I should never finish with her. There's battery still in there. It corroded last year. Oh, I better check that, make sure it's not corroded. It's horrible, isn't it? Look at the scale is miles out. The legs should be about there. They're the right arse with, haven't they? Your brother got me that years ago. Just been down to Aldi. What time is it? Well, 2:15. Looking for a last minute present, extra present for my mum. Like I said, I got her this cheapo 10 quid doorbell with 32 selectable melodies, 24 polyphonic and 8 monophonic. And yeah, I thought I'd go down to Aldi and see what they have. They normally have a glass case, don't they, with electronics in. It wasn't there. But this was there. Electric can opener, because she has pains in her hands because she's 82. Keeps having injections. I think she's got arthritis coming on. Arthritis. It's terrible, isn't it? Very painful. Steaming up. Yeah, that rain. It said scattered heavy showers. The weather. Still, at least it's mild. Hopefully I won't have to fork out for any taxis to work. So no bikes. I didn't get anything for the cats now, the sinners have left the bloody breakfast. I got cans just for a change, thinking they might like a change from the pouches. And they bloody nibbled it and left it. Little faddy rats. Aren't you, Ginger? Eh? Not like tins. Goodbye, aren't you? Sorry to disturb you on your bog. Marvellous, isn't it? Yeah, I thought of going over Clitheroe just for a little run out. See what kind of Christmas decorations I've got up. See what kind of shops are open, if any. Silly bloody lockdown. Katie Hopkins is on YouTube saying, rebel. Time to start off. Meet your families at Christmas and time to stuff it, if anyone objects. You can't come knocking at your door, can you, if you have relatives round? I said that to my mum. I've not seen her any since October. It's well time to come over and sit at opposite corners of the room and have a chat and watch a film together. Still plugged in. Yep, 12.6, no amps, so it's not charging because it's full. I won't start it up. Well, possibly. Slightly. Well, possibly not then. Never mind. Oh, set my alarm off. Well, before I go to work shortly, I've been cleaning up. What do you mean you can't tell? I've been hoovering up in here and I thought that bloody smell's still here, been a smell for a few days. What is it? Hoover up and there's still bits off my slippers. That's not part of that bloody... Yeah, in the past I've found mice under here, under my hi-fi unit. So I've just been shining a torch. Oh, I bother with that, doesn't keep much dust off. Yeah, I've not done any dusting yet. Not a leaf. Just been outside, so I've been out to my hoover. Yeah, it seems to be down here. What's that? So I shone a torch behind the hi-fi, under the hi-fi, moved my dehumidifier. Still a pong. And that hearth I got from Argos years ago, it's hollow, it's not solid of course, which is weigh a ton. Well, it seems to be there, so I got my torch, shone down that end, nothing. Picked that end up, shone it down, bundle of fluff and a tail, a dead mouse. It smelled but not that bad, so it must have been there just a few days rather than weeks. Bloody cats, he just catches mice in the back, brings them in to play with and they're still alive. And in the past 2 weeks I've had a mangled mouse fully complete, 2 heads. That mouse had a head on. So hopefully the other bodies are still in the back street. Or he's ate them. I can't see him eating a complete body. We'll need a tail and feet. He should be on a farm, that cat. So the cats don't go out catching bloody mice. So I've just been spraying Febreze everywhere, all over that corner. And spraying some light bleach solution. Even though it was contained within the metal, It's probably gone into the bloody carpet, although it wasn't decomposing so it were wet. Bloody cat. Yeah, it's you, Bobby, isn't it? Catching mices. Eh, you caught a mousey again? Eh? I don't know. I'm going to sit down and relax for a bit. I'll chuck my recycling out first. Well, hello. It's Christmas Eve, whoopee! I guess I'll try and sound more cheerful than my last video. Sam, Brian, was buried last Wednesday. My brother went up to represent the family. Steaming up, just got back from Tesco and Morrison's. And there's a sad tale because he was buried with his young brother who died when he was very young in a swimming accident. They both went swimming in the river up that way. They lived in the Sandside area, you know, very south of the lakes. And they went swimming, and the young brother got into difficulties, and Sam wasn't a good swimmer apparently, so run home, got his parents, and by the time they got back to the spot, the lad had drowned. And my mum says that Sam sort of was, what would you say, blamed. And you can imagine the parents were so grief-stricken. Why didn't you try and rescue him? He got all that. So I think that's why Sam went a bit, these days we call it autistic. He had slight learning disabilities. But he seemed pleasant enough when I met him, and like I said, we used to chat on the phone about motorbikes and stuff. I'll go up in the spring or summer and check out where he's buried. There'll probably be an addition below the name of the young lad. Nose is tickling. It's a mass, isn't it? It's still my maths on. Going to Tesco. I went to Tesco because Morrison's didn't have any Malibu. My sister likes Malibu. Although she's been to my mum's, dropped a card off for me at my mum's. And it's all that cobbler's about, oh, it's just for kids, it's only for kids Christmas. Well, I'm single, aren't I? I haven't got any kids that I know about. Yeah, chance to be a fine thing, wouldn't it? So therefore, I feel I've been losing out for the past 50 odd years. You not think? Just while Stephen lives alone, you've got a face like a bulldog chewing a wasp, so no chance of him ever having wife and kids. So anyway, I've just been down to Tesco, got that for me. Jägermeister just in case to get any visitors. I said to my mate Clive from work, I said come over, have a few drinks. Never been to my house, only lives in the next town, 2 miles away. So that's for visitors. Cheap version of Bailey's, or Connor's Country Cream, 14.5%, not quite as strong as 17%. Bailey's. Malibu for my sister, litre bottle. Coconut liqueur, how strong is that? 21%, thought it was stronger than that. Still, it's like port in it, port's 20%. And a present for myself, at Tesco they sell new remote controls for Sky, and mine's knackered with being 14-year-old, you can hardly press the buttons, no, you have to do that. So that's my present to myself. And I thought for tomorrow, I'll need something to eat, so a bag of sprouts, cheese and onion Hollands pies, gravy, granules in the cupboard. I'll have that tomorrow. Today my mum's coming down. I said don't make a fuss, no, you never eat proper food, I'll make you a Christmas dinner. And she said we can't eat it together because of all. I said well, who cares? Well, and Ernie's lad said the same. Mum's going over to Ernie's, he's cooking a meal. Instead, the lad's having his in his own apartment at the sheltered housing complex because he's worried about passing any potential bugs on to his dad Ernie. And of course it's same with me and my elderly mum, she's 82. You never know, do you? If you have a bug and you sneeze and they get it, potential disasters could happen. I started eating that, take it to work a lot, Butterkiss sweet popcorn. It's meant to be good for you because it says roughage, and my guts have been a lot better since I've been having that. Oops, battered onion rings, breaded garlic mushrooms, chicken for the muggies. Ginger, you like your dreamies? I've got ginger tuna flavoured and Bobby is chicken flavoured, and some licky licks. Spoiled, aren't you? I forgot about them lads. There were 3 chaps busking, raising money for the local food bank. Although there's a food bank giving in Morrison's and it were packed. I'm going to slip them a £5. But it were written on a piece of cardboard, so you never know, do you? I know I shouldn't be sceptical about charities at Christmas, but yeah, maybe. Is this for humans, or what? It bloody stinks. I'm going to put this on butties. There were about half a dozen chicken and stuffing butties on the cheap or sell-by date shelf, 50p each. I thought I could have them and ring my mum up and say, don't make any Christmas dinner. Yeah, I see what you think of that. Spoiled brats, aren't you? That nice? Good boy. Boris Johnson. It's been a disaster, hasn't it? But would Labour have handled things any better? The virus and the Brexit thing. We should have stayed in Europe and just renegotiated a lot better deal. It's a bloody nightmare. Yeah, the night before Brexmas. My brother's got me 6 bottles of beer. You must think I'm a drinker or something. My mum packed up. I said take all the lot because I won 15 cans of Guinness last week on the Works raffle. And like I said, it made me ill because I topped it up with porks and it went straight to my head. I felt awful. She left 2 behind and just packed up 9 or 10, I think, in the remaining wraps. I'll have to take it easy, won't I? Right, so my mum's present is this I got last week. Just try and wrap that up best I can. I have some wrapping paper. Put to one side. Batteries. Yep. I forgot to get some sellotape, so I nip out to that shop. That watch is wrong, it's still set to summertime. Me cheapo Seconda from Blackburn Market. I got that last Christmas on that pub crawl actually. Have you got any cheap watches that look nice for my weekend millionaire look? Oh yes, this one very nice. £15 I think it was. That's alright, isn't it? Yeah, I'll nip to that shop and get some sellotape if it's still open. Some lights on. And there's a big thank you, as usual. Yeah, Carly was on earlier, and now it's bloody some rap artist or something. Yeah, that's the old Sky. Not all the buttons are Duff, but many of them are. Oh, it's Little Mix. So Carly's finished. It's a wonderful life. Is it black and white colour? Black and white. Oh, this is that good bit when Sam's on the phone and George is in a mood because his company's struggling for money. Donna Ree, what a babe. Sam Wainwright. Sam Wainwright's on the phone. Yeah, just before the good bits, where George decides he's madly in love with Donna Reed. Sam Wainwright's a successful businessman. He keeps offering George positions with his company to get out of that Bailey's building and loan. She's lovely. Yeah, thank you. Nil Status number 9 from St Anne's, I think, or Cleveley's. Sent me £20 vouchers. Thanks very much, Dave. And just spent at Morrison's. So thank you very much. You shouldn't have, but it's a very kind thought. I very much appreciate it. Cheers. Little present to myself came this morning as well. It turns out them pennies, which I got real ones off eBay, fairly cheap, one for 10 quid, one for 7.50. Someone's selling repros 18.55. And the only flaw is they're not even. They're like 3 mil thick at one end and 1.5 mil in another place. So they've been stamped a bit dodgily, but 7.50 each. They're just to stop my finger plate getting scratched, that's a theory. Plus the date related. So that's my little present to myself. Is this it? It nearly has me in tears, this bit. Oh Mary, oh Mary. Oh no, he hangs up, that's right. I don't want to get married anyone, to anyone, ever. Ah, poor Donna. Her mother doesn't approve. It's a classic, isn't it? I think it's just been voted the most, the most voted for a Christmas film. It's not necessarily a Christmas film. It's just that he decides to jump in a river so his wife gets lots of insurance money to pay all the company debts off. And he gets rescued by Clarence the Angel, who hasn't earned his wings yet. But at the end of the film, it's still skint. He's offered all these loans from all his friends, and Sam Wainwright offers 25 grand to pull him out of the crap. But I think it's where it's meant to end anyway, because of the message. A man who has friends is never alone, or something like that. Yeah, so the sentiment's there, isn't it? But it's like Jason and the Argonauts. I said that to someone. I think that was on the other day. He has a fight with the skeletons, and then jumps off the cliff, swims back to the ship, and it ends. Allows to get back to Thessaly, his kingdom, with the golden fleece. And does it help him, make all these people? It meant to cure the sick, the golden fleece, and bring wealth and happiness. Well, it just ends up in the air. And I thought, was it meant to be a number 2? Although the actor not Todd Carty, that's him off EastEnders. Todd Armstrong, I think he was called. He ended up getting very ill, and he did himself in because he was seriously ill and crippled. So there was never a follow-up, you see. This is where they're going on honeymoon with a couple of $1,000, and there's been a It must be 1920s when everything went tits up on the financial scene. So they use the honeymoon money to pay all the people that want the money back. It's nothing but doom and gloom. How come it's a classic? Let's have a little bit more. Gonna face the right way. Not quite. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Doodle doo, doodle doo. It once got a copyright warning when the actual song appeared on a clip. I'm going to include some other little clips, but a bit silly. I was slightly pissed. I think one's when I spilt my rice on the floor after my curry. Anyway, it just remains for me to say, that's a present for my mum. I think I know what it is, slippers. Because them leather moccasins I got off Ernie a couple of years ago, I managed to spill some, what's it called, fiberglass in. You know, fiberglass in solution on the bloody slippers. And ruined them. Right, well, I'll set my mum's stuff up. Put them on the vestibule, since she's a bit worried about me coming in. And then she'll come down and leave my food in the vestibule. Like I said, I told her not to, but she's my mum, ain't she? She's 82 and very stubborn. I better put that food in the fridge, hadn't I? And I'll wrap the presents up. Work gear won't need that for a while. Another 6 days. Oh, another little present to myself. That little towel I got for my back, I've got a big towel. I'm always struggling for towels. It's a back sheet one. £6. Or was it 8? I forgot. Same colour as my back. Evaporated milk, I like that in my tea and coffee. Delicious, isn't it? Creamy tea and creamy coffee. And some pudding, macaroni pudding, to make my chocolate pudding with by mixing it with that cheap hot chocolate mix. Should freeze them. I'm going to have. Maybe I'll have a lot tomorrow. Yeah, Bobby. You like your dreamies? They're off nil status number 9. Oh, there was a mouse in the trap as well. So it's caught 6 mice in the past week. Be good on a farm, like I said, that little cat. I might put the other bits in the freezer. That's what you're meant to do, isn't it? Get out what you're going to eat. Put rest in the freezer. Yeah, baby. Oh, it's alright. You're not eating all your chicken, are you? I'll put it there. I was going to get the bike out today, but it's been very icy. So I'm not risking it, you know. The Christmas Eve toodle out somewhere. And I was going to get that do-it-yourself stuff, but sod it, I need a rest. It's in a little bag. Batteries. Yep. It's unusual, isn't it? To prevent scratching. So that's my present to myself. Test it out shortly. Jägermeister. Don't you make 35%? Do you make shots out of that or something? If I don't get any visitors, I'll open it midweek and have a few glugs. I'm not sure what it tastes like. So anyway, that's it. Sorry to keep waffling on. Mum's present, I'll wrap that now. Take it up in a carrier bag with a little doofer on the top. 50p for a big bag, only need one. Oh, my sister's Malibu as well. I've not got my brother. Although I got him a Gentleman Jack, a bottle of that for his birthday 2 weeks ago. So, it'll do, won't it? Right, well, it only remains for me to say thank you very much for all your best wishes. Christmas Eve, no pubs to go to, they're all on lockdown, but not necessarily a bad thing, is it? But there's no people rowing after getting drunk at home. Everyone stay happy and have a lovely Christmas. And thank you for watching my videos this year. Sorry it's not been up to the usual standard because I've not been anywhere much, but there it is. Let's hope next year's a lot better. Right, happy Christmas. All the best. Thank you for watching. Have a good time. Relax in front of the television. Bye for now. See ya. Well, my mum's just been down with my Christmas Eve dinner. Better than a pot noodle, isn't it? And a sherry trifle for afterwards. She makes delicious trifles. What's that box of? Said she was going to get some boxes from Morrison's. Right, I'll eat me Christmas dinner. Well, I made short work of that, very nice. Maybe I should move back into my mum's. I think I'll have a glass of this stuff. Roller Baileys or Connie's. Quite tasty from Tesco. Excuse me. Right, well, thank you very much again for watching my videos. And thank you for all your best wishes. Thank you very much. Happy Christmas. See you all again next year. Bye.